All right, so welcome to YouTube ads for selling courses. And to give you guys a little context here today, Kyle is my media buyer for Google. And welcome, Kyle.
Thanks.
Awesome, man. So give you a little context. We've been really crushing it with YouTube lately. In fact, I believe it's been a bit more profitable than Facebook even. The costs have been lower and conversions are good. And it's a different set of challenges for sure, much different set of challenges. But Kyle here does all my media buying for it. I record the videos. I send them to Christian, who is my video guy, and he edits them a very specific and certain way for Kyle to use in YouTube ads. Kyle does all the dashboard stuff and the targeting and whatever. And we do really well. Kyle, what do you think we spent last month on YouTube ads?
We spent just over 100K.
Yeah, just over 100,000. So what you're going to learn here today is not just us, some random Joe Blow who spent $5,000 on YouTube ads and now he wants to create a YouTube ads course, blah, blah, blah. This is a legit behind the scenes look at an online course that, again, over $100,000 per month spent. And I think we spent close to that the month before, right? I know December we didn't but that's December. That's because of the holidays. But normally we scaled it up. How fast did we scale? We started at what? What did we spend the very first month, do you think?
So, we were spending like $50 a day because I know you had tried YouTube ads a few times before. And we were just wanting to make sure it was going to work. Once we realized it was working, I took you from 50 a day to about $1,000 a day in less than a month. And I think that was like September. And then for the past few months, we've been closer to 100K per month.
Yeah. Okay. So just to give you, before we get started, just to give you guys a little idea here, I've like never run my own YouTube ads. I've always had somebody do the dashboard stuff for me. And before Kyle, I really didn't do much at all. I had a couple people try, and I just never put the effort into doing it because I never put the effort into learning the dashboard or learning what the metrics meant. I'm a Facebook ads guy. I love that platform. Google sort of confuses me with their dashboard. And so I knew Kyle was really good on it. And so what we decided to do was figure out first what type of videos were going to work. And I think that took a little work. We had a lot of videos that didn't work at first. But once we figured out what was working, Kyle was able to, scale it in the dashboard. And how many videos do you think we have right now that we're working with that are working?
So we got like 3 that are really working pretty well and a couple of others that are working okay. Okay. And we've probably tried twice that many that didn't really work.
Right. And the new one I gave you, that one's working well?
Yeah, so far. It's only a few days in, but
sure. Okay. So yeah. So did we? I'm going to give you the floor here in a moment, Kyle. But did you include in this training? Did you include this stuff about the actual video, or do you need me to cover that?
I'm just going to kind of touch on that lightly.
Okay. And then get into the dashboard stuff?
Yeah, because you had said you wanted to go more in depth on the video.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to do that now or a different time.
Well, here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll go through what you have. And I'll when we get to that part, I'll make some comments, and then if we have time, at the end, I'll go a little bit more in depth onto the video, but we'll cover the main, the timer stuff and all that. We'll cover that. But as far as the dashboard stuff, that's not my wheelhouse. I don't like sitting in the Google dashboard. So you're the master of it. So we're going to definitely dive deep into that. So I'm going to go ahead and give Kyle the floor. At the very end of this training, I would say it would be a long training. What do you think, about 2 to 3 hours, Kyle?
Yeah. Probably
Okay.
close to 3 hours.
Yeah. So at the very end, If Kyle still has time, we'll take some questions, but we're recording this to be, a training that you guys can watch over and over. So at the end, we'll do some Q&A if we have time, but other than that, we're just going to be going through it. So with that said, we're about to go into this. Again, we spent $100,000 a month. We're profitable, and it's going good. So show you behind the scenes of what we do on YouTube. So with that said, Kyle, take it away.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. And all right, slides are working. So I'm going to start with an overview. So here's everything I'm going to be covering. I'll be talking about what to do before you actually run an ad. And then I'll go step by step through setting up a complete campaign. And then I'm going to talk about targeting. Targeting in YouTube works a lot differently than targeting in Facebook. So I'll be talking pretty in depth about targeting. And then I'll be talking about optimizing and scaling. So let me start with the overview. So if you know nothing about YouTube ads, you can start right here and you'll be pretty competent by the end of this presentation. So there's two different kinds of ads, primarily when we're talking about YouTube ads. There are discovery ads and in-stream ads. So discovery ads are like this. You're browsing YouTube or you're searching on YouTube, and here is a discovery ad. So this person is paying to put this ad in front of my search. If I click on this ad to play the video, the advertiser gets charged. Okay, that's how that works. And you can see it's the 7 ways you're using your camera wrong. I'll get to the content of these discovery ads shortly, but keep that example in mind. You'll also find discovery ads on the side while you're watching other videos, and same deal on mobile. You'll find these ads in search results. You'll find them below other videos that you might be watching. So again, you pay when someone clicks on the video. Now the kind of a framework for these ads that most people use that really is going to work the best is starting with value. When you're browsing YouTube trying to figure out what to watch, you don't want to click on an ad that you know is going to be a big sales pitch. So that these videos you saw here, the Nikon Z series camera, someone interested in cameras might click on an ad like that, or the 7 ways you're using your camera wrong. You click on that expecting to watch a longer video that's going to show you some, 7 things. So the value is the main part of these discovery ads. That's going to be a lot different than in-stream ads, which I'll talk about shortly. After you provide the value, then is where you can hit the person with some sort of promotion and call to action. And really, these discovery ads are a much smaller opportunity compared to in-stream ads. So I'm not even going to talk any more about discovery ads. We are using them a little bit, but it's really a very, very small percentage of what we're doing on YouTube right now, especially for Dan. So what I'm really going to be talking about today are in-stream ads. So these are the ads that play before another video you're going to watch. Sometimes they might play in the middle of another video. The video will be playing and then it'll skip into an ad like this. So really before, during, or after a video that you were trying to watch, that's when these in-stream ads will be running.
Can I ask one quick question, Kyle?
Yeah.
So because this is like, I'm already learning stuff because I never got into YouTube ads. So even the vernacular is new to me. So the discovery ads, would you say that there's a time and a place for that? Like maybe retargeting, or like if I had, for instance, a new video I released that I just wanted like my followers to see, kind of like I never boost ads on Facebook to try to make money. What I do is I'll boost a video that I release or a blog post just to kind of like put the value out there to my audience. And a lot of times over time, it's kind of like that 7 times thing. Like if you have to hear from a company 7 times before you make a buying decision. I'll just spend it not knowing that there won't be any specific metrics to go with it, but just to go out there and grow the brand or touch home or touch base with my followers. Would you say that's more of a time and a place for like the discovery ones, or do you just not use them at all?
So that's going to be the best use of these is retargeting for sure. Or if you're really just trying to get views on a video, you're trying to get your videos and your channel in front of more people. Because if you're thinking about using that kind of ad for like direct response, the problem is you're paying every time someone clicks on the ad, and then they're going to have to click on some other link to go sign up for whatever you're trying to get them to sign up for.
Right. So if you were doing that to like build a brand, you'd spend a whole ton of money on it, and maybe you would get like $50 webinar registrations or something. It wouldn't make sense for direct response to make immediate money. It's more for brand building. Like if a bigger brand has like a budget to, it's like a long-term play more, would you say?
Right. Yeah. Or if you have, $100 you want to throw behind a video so that you get some views and subscribers and stuff, I wouldn't expect to make that $100 back, but.
Okay. So for like we do with Facebook ads and webinars and all that, for putting $1 in and getting 4 out, you want to stick with in-stream ads.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah. So in-stream ads, you've of course seen these. You can skip them after 5 seconds. This here is the call to action, which is actually an optional feature on in-stream ads. But as far as we're concerned, it is not optional. You need to be putting this in, and I'll show you that later. And this is where someone can click, and it'll take them to your website. Also on desktop, these ads are going to be accompanied by a banner up here. And this actually stays up even after your ad is done playing. So maybe they didn't want to do anything. They still wanted to watch the video they were trying to watch. But now that that's over, they still have the option to click on your ad. Once your ad is done playing, as long as you're using the call to action feature, then at the very end of your ad, this button will show up, and it'll give them about 7 seconds. There'll be this little countdown timer. They have about 7 more seconds to click on that button to go to your website. So that's the basics of the in-stream ad. With these ads, you pay when someone watches 30 seconds of the video, or the entire video if it's shorter than 30 seconds. You can't game the system with a 29-second video. You're going to be paying no matter what. There was some confusion a few months back. People thought it was going to be 10 seconds that they were going to start charging for. That's not actually the case. So if you've heard that, that's not true. It is 30 seconds is when you get charged for someone to watch the video. The basic format that's working for these is the attention, interest, desire, action format. There's not a headline or anything that people are clicking on to then watch your video. So the very beginning of the video is basically your headline. You need to capture that attention to prevent them from skipping. And then you start to build the interest and the desire in what you're offering them, and then get them to take action. And this is the huge opportunity on YouTube right now, are these in-stream ads. So Dan, maybe this is a good spot for you to talk about the videos themselves and what's working with that.
Yeah, sure. So basically, and you gotta, I'd have to go watch some of the ads that we have that are really working, but what I basically do, it's kind of similar to Facebook ads, but people have a little bit more patience on Facebook, I think. And so, or at least in the very beginning of the video. So like I really try to get the attention, like that's like the most important part is the very, very beginning. So for instance, one thing we've been doing is we basically within the first 5 seconds, we want to let them know what they're going to get out of watching the rest of the video. So I'll say something like, in the next 60 seconds, I am going to show you how I do blank. So for instance, I believe that one where I showed a realtor campaign, I said something to the effect of, in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you how we get paid $2,000 per month per client to throw up super simple Facebook ads just like this one. Or super simple ads just like this one on Facebook. So I like it within the first like 5 to 7 seconds, I basically say, this is what you're going to get out of watching the rest of the video. And then I'll as I'm demonstrating, I'll literally log in and I'll do something and I'll demonstrate what it is I'm doing. And then I might throw up some testimonials of other people doing it. So whenever I say, hey, look at what I did, I always try to throw in what other people have done as well that I've taught. And then I say, if you want more, click here to watch this webinar. Which ad would you say is our best performing one, Kyle?
That one that you were just